Red Notice is Netflix's newest big hit title and apparently Netflix's most expensive movie to date. And that's not that surprising when you take a look at who the lead cast are. Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot. I mean, I don't know about you, but that got me sold on watching the movie straight away. But I mean, does the packaging deceive you? Or does it deliver as intended? Red Notice follows the unlikely camaraderie between Interpol agent John Harley and the second most wanted art thief in the world, Nolan Booth, as they travel around the world to hunt down and capture the world's most wanted art thief, but find it hard as she is always one step ahead of them. Now this review is going to be much shorter and straight to the point because there's not a whole lot to analyze here. I just have a few thoughts. Now, I have some pretty mixed feelings towards this movie. It's not perfect, and it does have a bunch of flaws, which I will get to in a second. But there's also a lot of good in it as well. First off, if you're going into this mainly for the lead cast members, then you're going in for the right reasons. I thought the chemistry between Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds was one of the best aspects of this film, just seeing their characters' development and how they warm up to each other over time. And in terms of the humor, the entertainment factor, and the stage presence that these guys have and what you expect from them, they deliver. This was a pretty entertaining movie for the most part. Their characters might not be the most interesting, sure. Heck, I didn't even care about them, but I just watched this for them. And to be honest, their characters in this movie felt a lot like other characters they play in other movies. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's just an interesting observation. Gal Gadot, on the other hand, had fewer scenes and ultimately acted like the villain. I'm not going to say any more than that. I know what happens. I'm just stating it like what the average viewer sees in the trailer. But yeah, it just felt weird seeing her as a villain because, you know, we're so used to seeing her as Wonder Woman. And man, she fights like her too. God damn. And that's another thing. The action and the stunts that you see in this movie are surprisingly good. And the beauty of the film is that it feels like so many films in one. Like it goes from Mission Impossible breaking out of a place to James Bond classy spy movie to fucking Uncharted going around the world finding treasures. Yeah, exactly. Like in this movie, there's a lot of traveling around the world. Like 1 minute you're in Rome, next minute you're in Bali, next minute you're in Egypt, next minute you're in the fucking South American forest. Like the environment always changes, which I guess makes it way more interesting. The only problem I have with this movie is with the story. This movie has a lot of twists and turns. I don't know if it's a spoiler if I mention that, but I mean, throughout this review, I kind of talk about the movie from the trailer's perspective and outsider's perspective, so whatever. But it's just that sometimes the story doesn't know where to go at times. Like a lot of the things that work out or happen are often very, very far-fetched. Like, okay, what the fuck? How does that make any sense? Really? Like that kind of far-fetched. And it was also kind of confusing to follow at times. There's a lot of talking and sometimes it's very fast and there's a lot of explaining. You know what I love though is how Ryan Reynolds in this movie is like a loose representation of us, the audience. He reacts mostly like how the audience reacts. For example, if something pops out or if it's a what the fuck moment. Look, this might not be the best movie you'll ever see, but Red Notice, it still proved to be a pretty entertaining watch, and I still stand by it when I say that it is mainly worth watching for the lead cast members. I'm going to give Red Notice a B-. If they come up for a sequel for this one, which is kind of hinted, then I'm all for it. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below. Like and sub if you enjoyed, and as always, feel free to check out any of my previous videos. Until next time.